What is up, everybody? Happy New Year. I hope you all had an amazing night last night. Looking at our free picks from yesterday, so we ended up 3-2 yesterday. Had some bad breaks on Mobley and Zubac. So Mobley, he ended up hooking the 27.5. I will say I played Mobley at 25.5 on some slips where he did catch a 25.5, but I ended up pairing Mobley with Zubac. So Zubac was the only other miss we had yesterday. Zubac's PRA was cooked. He ended the first half with like 9 PRA, and then it was a blowout loss. So Clippers had no chance last night. All the starters got pulled with about 6 minutes left in the third quarter. So no chance for Zubac, unfortunately, selling the plays. We did have Jaren Jackson PRA, which was absolutely free. We had Sawyer Robertson passing touchdowns and Garrett Nussmeier passing yards yesterday for college football, which cashed. So looking at that slip, I ended up playing Sawyer Robertson with Nussmeier passing TDs for both of them. $75 won us $204, which did cash us out. We did end up playing the Bucks money line, which ended up cashing us $200 for $230. This is an under 44.5 total for the Alabama-Michigan game, which we played, which was kind of sweaty, but ended up cashing us out $210, won us $200 profit. And then we had some of our taco plays yesterday. We had this one on Prizepicks, $100 for $200. Yes, I can play $100 on the tacos because I'm VIP with Prizepicks, in case some of you were wondering. Cashed that one, cashed this taco right here. And then we cashed another sleeper slip with Davis and Garland. So overall, yesterday was a really good day. Had a couple bad breaks. One of the bad breaks I'm talking about right here had Mobley, Zubac, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Obviously, Jaren Jackson Jr., Triple J cashed us. Mobley cashed us. Zubac, not so much. $75 would have won us $200, but unfortunately, that one was chalk. So I do have 3 more NBA plays for today, and then I am going to jump over to a couple of college football for you guys. Before we do any of that, I am going to pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of VIP. So if you're new to the channel, if we get 150 likes on our videos, I pick a random comment in the comments to win a free month of VIP. So make sure you guys drop a comment down below, smash that like button. You do have to be subscribed to win, so make sure you guys are subbed. We're like 250 subs away from 25K, which has been a huge goal of mine, which is I've honestly didn't think I would come anywhere close to 25K by the end of the year, and we're almost there, man. We almost hit that goal, but I do appreciate all of you. But let's go ahead and pick our winner from yesterday's video. So winner is for Goga Bitadze. He said, get the VIP, completely worthless, completely worth it. Goga is in there. So Goga sent me a message, dude. You won your free month, even though you're already in VIP. I do appreciate you so much, man. Love all you guys that are supporting us, even the ones who don't support us. Love you guys too. But yeah, send me a message, dude. I got you that free month. So anyways, guys, if you do want to purchase all of our VIP, you can head on over to our WAP or our Patreon. Either one of those platforms send you directly to the paid section of our Discord. Our Discord is absolutely free to join for anybody that wants to join. There's a Discord link for the free section down in the description. Would love to have you guys in there. Also, we are going to be doing some new things starting this new year. This new year, I'm planning on building up the TikTok again, building up the Twitter. We're going to build up the Instagram. We're going to work on all these social medias. So I will have free slips available on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you aren't following us on those 3 platforms, go follow us. We're going to have some more free plays on there, or at least free slips. It'll be the same free picks that I play, but I'll have some more slips on there for you guys to tell if you guys want to tell the exact one. So they will be there. Links for those are down in the description. If they're not in the description, it is up on the screen. But anyways, let's jump into these plays, guys. So first picks of the day, we're going to go ahead and do NBA. 3 NBA plays, like I said. NBA play number 1 is going to be for our man, Goga Bitadze. So Goga, good day to win, man, because we're playing you tonight in NBA. So taking our man Goga, 24.5 PRA. Now this play is 25.5 on Prizepicks. You can get it on Parlay play, though, at 24.5 for a 1.6x payout, which is pretty dang good, 1.58. But I like this play a lot, man. I wouldn't play it in 25.5, or you can. I don't think that one's going to make a huge difference. Obviously, you could get hooked, but I like it better at 24.5 personally. You can play it on CHALKBOARD, Sleeper, Underdog. If you guys do want a free month of VIP, you can sign up for any of our partnered apps, which include Parlay Play, Sleeper, Underdog, CHALKBOARD, and Better. Any of those platforms, if you use our code when you sign up or deposit at least $10, you get a free month of our VIP, and they would double your deposit up to $100. So if you sign up for Parlay Play, which is one of the ones I recommend because it has a really, really good value, then you get an extra $5 and a deposit match doubled. But Goga, let's pull him up over here. I already have him typed in because I was researching him a minute ago. But Goga, 24.5. He has cashed this 7 of his last 10. He's also cashed this. I'm going to turn this light on my camera off because it's blinding me. But he's only cashed it 12 of 29 games this season. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and look at injuries. So Magic are playing against Detroit tonight. Magic are missing Banchero, obviously. Suggs is game time decision. And then Franz Wagner is out as well. So we're going to come over here. Games without player. Banchero, Wagner, and then we don't even have to put Suggs. But if you look at this, 7 of 9 games with Wagner out this season, he has cashed this. So 29 PRA on average, 78% hit rate. Head-to-head, obviously, there's no head-to-head data versus the Pistons. Goga's just now starting to get big minutes, man. He's averaging 30 minutes a game in his last 10, or every game without Wagner. On the season, it's a little bit lower than that. But if you look at last season, man, let's take out this filter. Dude was averaging 15 minutes a game, and you can see at the end here, like, Goga doesn't play that much. This season, he's killed it, man. He has been dominating these last 10 games. I like the matchup here for him. If you come over here to look at Detroit, 21st in points, 6 rebounds, 11th in assists. Go to center, tons of assists with centers, 20th in the league in center assists, 21st in center points. Don't give up many boards, but Goga should be able to get at least 7 or 8 boards for us tonight. I can see he might cash just his board line anyway, which is 9.5 if you would rather take that. But matchup-wise, Detroit doesn't give up many rebounds, so I decided to go with PRA instead. But 24.5 PRA, pick number 1 for our man Goga, and I like this play a lot. We'll pull it up over here on Props Madness. I'm going to show you the matchup. Matchup-wise, not super good in terms of points. So we're going to look at the season shot chart for Detroit, and you can see majority of the points are going to be outside shots. 29th in 3 points allowed, 27th right under the 3-point line. So looking at where they give up points, not many under the goal. 5th best defense under the rim. So if you come over and look at players, 80% of Goga's shots are under the rim. He doesn't shoot threes. He doesn't shoot outside shots. The majority of them are going to be putbacks, just things like that. So Goga's matchup in terms of points allowed, not the best. If you look at points, similar players versus the Pistons, 7 of the last 15 have cash, so less than 50%. But looking at this, man, I like Goga tonight. Without Wagner, I think he's going to have a good game, and I got to lock him in. So that is pick number 1 of the day. I do want to give a big shout out to one player or one website that I've been using recently. One of my buddies is the one that created this. It is called Predictive Profits. So Predictive Profits right now on this video is not going to be the best just because it doesn't have a whole lot of lines up. Maybe I have this wrong. Let's let it load. But this is called Predictive Profits. If you guys want 50% off your first month of Predictive Profits, use code ACES and you'll get that. So it was my problem. I'm the one who had this wrong. So line, sportsbook, I had it set to just Prizepicks plays that are on here. But what you can do, man, it shows every prop on the board. You can sort this by hit rate, and you can see all the players with, like, this is 100% hit rate. So Gunnar Stockton, passing yards, under, like, obviously, some of these plays that have 100% hit rate, it's because of injuries, so you can't look at it like that. But, man, it's so good at finding plays. It's just like OUTLIER, and then you just click a play. It's going to show you the charts for the last 5 seasons. It shows you the defensive plays. You can hover over the game and see how many assists or how many points they've scored. Love the platform, guys. Like I said, 50% off link down in the description. You can use this for research to help research very easily, and I highly recommend it. But, anyways, back to the original scheduled series here of our free picks. But that is our first pick. Goga. Let's jump into pick number 2. So pick number 2, I'm running it back with Vučević, man. I'm on a center hype right now. I've been playing a lot of centers. They've been doing me really, really well these last few days, last few weeks, really. But Vučević, 29.5 PRA. Love this play. Now, Vučevic's original line's at 36 PRA. That line is really high. Playing against Washington, I could see this being a blowout win for Chicago. Now, Washington, obviously, it's at home for Washington. The game might stay close. If the game stays close the entire time, Vučević probably goes over his original PRA line. So I'm going to pull his original line up over here on Parlay Play. So you can get it at 35.5. You can get it at 36.5 too if you want to take the under on this. So this really just depends on who plays. So coming over here, pull it up on OUTLIER. 7-day free trial for OUTLIER. Link is in the description as well. But on PRA, I'm going to put it at 29.5 for our man Vučević. So he has been over this 8 of his last 10 and 7 straight games. He's been over this 84% of games on the season, which is 27 of 32. Head-to-head, he's been over his only game this season versus Washington, where he had 35 PRA. If you look at Washington, they don't play defense, man. They don't know what defense is. They give up 30th in points, the most points in the league, most rebounds in the league, and almost the most assists in the league. If you go to center position, still the most points, lots of rebounds, not many assists, but it's Vučević, man. Vučević's one of those big men who actually gets quite a few assists. Vučević gets a decent amount of assists for a center, and I do see him getting a few tonight, but Anyway, dude, looking at the matchup for Vučević, love this play, and I got to lock him in over 29.5. Now, the big injury news here is Zach LaVine. If LaVine plays tonight, I could see Vučević under 36.5 being a good play. It also depends on Jordan Poole. If Jordan Poole's out, that makes it even better in my opinion because I could see this being a blowout win. Now, if LaVine sits and Poole plays, then I probably would not take an under on Vučević. I'd probably play him over because the game probably be a little bit closer, and then Vučević's going to get more playing time against a team that plays no defense. So that being said, I would take the over on that. So it really depends on injury news. Regardless of injury news, I love his PRA over 29.5, and I'm going to be locking it in. I'm going to pull it up over here so we can look at the defensive matchup on Props Madness. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to click the Chicago-Washington game, and then you can see all the points props for Vučević. Looking at the season shot chart, looking at opponents' defenses, they give up a lot of three-pointers and a ton of points under the rim. Looking at Vučević, majority has a 57% shot outside the three-point zone, and then 29% are under the goal. So over 80% in those two zones where it's a good matchup versus Washington. So overall, great play for our man Vučević. I do have Vučević. I have Jordan Poole selected. What am I talking about? I was about to say, why is 57% of shots on the three-pointer? I was getting a little confused there for a minute. But yeah, let's click Vučević. Let's look at this with Vučević. All right, so Vučević, 30% of shots are outside the three. That had me confused. I won't lie. I wasn't paying attention to enough for that one. But 32% outside the three, 29% under the goal. And then obviously we can see the rest of his shot attempts. And then we've already seen the defense, 23rd to centers under the goal, 26 to center three-pointers. And then pretty much everything is green for the opponent's defense for Detroit. So love the plays. Looking at similar players versus the Wizards, 4 of 7 is cashed. By position, it's 8 of 15, so over 50% for both of these. Regardless, Vučević should have a good game tonight, especially if LaVine does sit. So that is pick number 2 of the day. Jumping into our third NBA play. This is going to be for our man Clint Capela. So I have not been on the Capela train lately. He has been struggling. Now, Capela's rebounds are at 8.5 on some platforms. I'm not taking the 9 because it's going to add a lot of push potential. But I'm taking Capela over 8.5 rebounds. So let's pull this up. The only thing we got to worry about in this game is blowout potential for Capela. So you can't get him 8.5 on parlay play, sleeper, underdog. Maybe not underdog, but chalkboard, I mean. So let's pull Capela up. Atlanta versus Denver tonight. Atlanta has a lot of players that may not be playing, which we'll look at here in a second. We'll click rebounds. 8.5, he's cashed 4 of his last 10. He's cashed 55% of the season. Now, looking at Denver, 8th in the league in rebounds allowed. Good rebound defense. Go to center position, that completely changes. They give up 28th in the league, which is almost last in the league in rebounds allowed to centers. So they give up a ton of rebounds to centers. Capela versus Denver, he has cashed this line in 2 of his last 3. You can look at his playing time. He played 25 minutes in the first 2 on average. 19 that last game. So he didn't play many minutes his last game versus Denver. They got beat by 30 points. It was a blowout. That's what we need to worry about tonight, is a blowout. So coming over here to injuries, Dyson Daniels is game time decision. Bogdanović is game time decision. Trae Young is game time decision. If any of those sit, it's going to make this game a lot worse. Obviously, there's not much going on the Nuggets side of things. Aaron Gordon, obviously, out. But regardless of that, man, I still like this play for Capela. I think he cashes this out, and I got to lock him in, or I have to lock him in. So we're going to come over here to games without player. Let's say Dyson Daniels does sit. Still 2 of 4 games for man Capela, but blowout is really what we're worried about here. You see lots of games Capela had well over the 10 rebounds. He averages 9 per game on the season. His last 5 have been a little slow, obviously. Some of these, like, I can't remember which one's blowout. So got beat by 17, got beat by like 1. Got not too many blowouts on here either. It's just Capela not playing good, and that's why I've been kind of staying away from Capela. He's not the most consistent player. Some games he'll get 7 rebounds in the first quarter. Other ones he gets 7 in the entire game. But regardless, man, I'm taking a risk on Capela. I think 8.5 is low. I think it's a good matchup versus Denver as long as the game isn't a blowout. So that's my personal opinion on this one. I got Clint Capela locked in over 8.5 boards, and that is our third NBA play of the day. For our next 2 picks, we're going to jump over to college football. One of these is on Prizepicks, the other is not. And we're going to go ahead and talk about these 2 plays that are the same prop for 2 different players. So I'm taking passing touchdowns, and I'm taking it for Will Howard, and I'm taking it for Ewers. So sorry, struggling there for a minute there. But taking Quinn Ewers, passing TDs, over 1.5. He's cashed it 6 of his last 10. He's cashed it 8 of 12 on the season. He has missed it 3 straight games versus A&M, Georgia, and Clemson. But I like to play, man. Looking at Arizona State's defense, they give up 32nd in the league, or in the nation, which is one of the best passing touchdown defenses in the league. Coming down here, you can look at their Texas's pass run rate is 50% on the dot. We can go to passing yards, and you can see their passing defense. So it goes up a little bit. 63rd in the nation, giving up over 215 passing yards per game. I think Ewers is going to have a good game. I think Texas wins by more than a touchdown. Personally, I don't think these teams are on the same level. I think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I do think Texas wins by a decent margin. So I like this play, man. I got to lock in Quinn Ewers over 1.5 passing touchdowns. This one is on Prizepicks at 1.5. It says it's a goblin, but it's not technically a goblin. And you can lock it in over here on Parlay Play as well. So let's pull it up really quick. 1.5 pass touchdowns is 1.5x. So a little less than a regular payout, but it's still not at that 1.2x regular goblin play. You can play this with a regular line on Prizepicks for a 2.5x, which is almost original slip. But Ewers, passing touchdowns, picked number 1. And I've already told you our second one. It's the same prop for our man Will Howard. So we're going to take this. We're going to take the Ohio State quarterback over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He's cashed just 9 of his last 10 games, 11 of 13 on the season. Looking at Oregon's passing defense, one of the best in the league, man. They give up 12th in touchdowns per game, which is less than 1 passing touchdown per game. We're going to click passing yards so you can see their defense, still 9th. Only 175 passing yards per game. Now, we're going to come to passing touchdowns head-to-head. Last game versus Oregon, he did have 2. This is going to be the matchup for the playoffs right now, in my opinion. I think it's going to be the best game. Ohio State was favored last night, -2.5. I don't know if they're favored to win right now. I don't think they're going to win. I still have Oregon winning the game. Oregon has been dominant. Looking at Ohio State's passing versus run defense, 48% pass rate, 52% run rate. I do see this game, it's coin flip, man. Either team can win, seriously. So looking at that, either way, man, I think Will Howard, if they win or they lose, he's going to get 2 passing touchdowns. I like this play. I've got to lock him in, and that is pick number 2. So we'll look up Will Howard over here on Parlay Play. So passing touchdowns, it's a 1.6x for 2, so pretty much a regular line, so not a goblin. So those are our 5 plays of the day. Let's go ahead and do a little recap over our 5 plays. So we had Quinn Ewers and Will Howard over 1.5 passing touchdowns for college football. When we jump over to NBA, we have Vučević over 29.5 PRA, Goga Bitadze over 24.5 PRA, and then we had Clint Capela over 8.5 rebounds. And those are our plays for today, guys. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Happy New Year's once again. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video and a comment for a chance at free VIP, and I will see y'all in tomorrow's video.